noises? What?
Soft noises. That might have actually been too soft for it to even trigger. I have to be careful because the streaming is a very different set of audio stuff that it does than my actual recordings do.
Yeah, sensibly, in fact. It's really sad the mix actually says Zork I. That's
I know!
Bad mix-up.
You can't.
That's incorrect.
You type Zork, and there's like 50 games, of course, in the Zork family, but not Zork.
Yeah.
No. Screw Zork. Zork isn't on the list. Zork I, which is not Zork, but not Zork.
Hey, somebody's making 6:46 a.m. That's an early time.
6:10. Yep. Wait. 9, 8, 7. Yeah, that's right. Okay. That Pacific time, West Coast, US.
Okay,
yeah. West Coast, US, or British Columbia, or Baja California. You know, it's not likely that they're in Baja California, but it's technically possible.
You never know.
Americans, by the way, don't know what Baja California means because, as far as they're concerned, they own the term California.
I mean, yeah, naturally. Just like Georgia. They own Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
That's
if you want to confuse Americans, talk about the Russian invasion of Georgia. And wait, what? Yeah, they're occupying land in Georgia. What are you talking about?
Yes, he is live. That's me. I'm doing his voice. I'm doing good at impressions.
It's particularly good since sometimes we're talking at the same time. I mean, sometimes
Exactly.
I'm talking at the same time with myself.
I have a stereo voice.
That's impressive.
Hey, somebody knew what it is, or they Googled it. Could be either or.
That looks suspiciously like text copied from Wikipedia. Well, no, Wikipedia would not describe it as a section of land south of California that belongs to Mexico. That they would describe it by its location in Mexico, not its location relative to the U.S. Wikipedia may not be, perfectly unbiased, but I feel like they would manage. They don't say like the United Kingdom is a nation that is across the Atlantic Ocean from Maine.
Hold on, editing Wikipedia. United Kingdom.
I think what you really want is, like, you type in England, and rather than showing, the little disambiguation line at the top, it just goes to England disambiguation. And the first option is New England.
It's the newest version. It makes sense to be the default.
Exactly, yeah. And then there's like various ships and such that are named England, and then people named England. And then, by the way, England is also a nation within the UK, except I guess it's not a nation, it's a country within the UK. And nobody understands what that even means. It's just ignore that one.
I don't think anybody here really knows the nature of anything geographically.
I don't think that anyone within the political bureaucracy of the UK has like a consistent sense of what any of the terms mean with respect to the UK. Like, not only does nobody else understand, I don't think there is a correct understanding, and that even the people who make up the concepts don't actually have any consistent view.
It's just a de facto set of nations, I guess, is a good way to look at it.
Well, except that that's not the definition of nation that any other nation agrees on. Like, the United Kingdom is the only country that just insists that country has a different meaning than everywhere else in the world.
Because apparently we can.
Is Jamie the only one getting weird glitches on the screen there? Oh, actually, I'm seeing weird glitches on the screen.
Ooh, it's a spooky ghost.
That's bizarre. Well, it's going to be spooky. What can I say? I'm just going to check that that's not actually going into the recording, because if it is, then I don't want that.
I was going to say, well, I see nothing on the secret thing that nobody else can see yet.
Oh, well, that certainly wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't see
Because
any
they can't see
glitches
it.
on the recording, so you just get to
Sound as well.
enjoy the glitch.
The glitch is that there are two people.
I have to imagine, because there's no way OBS has somehow gone mad. It might be Restream that's gone mad. Like, I can believe that Restream went mad. That's very believable.
Stream sounds okay to me in the 5 seconds I've tested it. I don't know what that means. I just definitely avoided all of the problems because, yeah.
I mean, I couldn't find any issues in the recording. The recording looks fine. I mean, I'm just sort of scrubbing through it, but... Oh well, the stream viewers are getting a far more interesting, far more unique style here.
It's more authentic and definitely better in every objective way, like vinyl.
I mean, that's clearly true.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Hey, we can see the actual thing. Oh yeah, that's a problem in the stream. I can see that. Yeah.
What is? Tell me what's happening.
Very strange green and black and white macro blocks right along the center-ish, kind of looking.
I wonder. So I had.
It must be Restream.
But it also could be bandwidth issues. Like, I had a power outage earlier, and it's possible that, since everything zipped back on again at the same time, that's sort of making the network in my area unhappy.
I just sent a little screenshot of that. That would be a weird, very small area for a bandwidth issue. It's a very tiny strip along a very specific part of the image.
Well, I mean, the bandwidth kind of issue would be like this packet vanished, and that's kind of exactly the same.
That could
yeah. You're gonna get an interesting view of reality, people. You're gonna get an interesting view of reality.
Fortunately, it's the type of game that probably won't matter a whole bunch with. So,
yes, yeah. It's just going to add flavor to the LP-versary stream. Oh yeah, that is definitely like this bit was sent wrong, and then a while later it sort of resolved itself. Yeah, it's fine. If it's sort of not constantly glitching out the entire screen, then that's really not a big deal for this particular technology.
I like that a lot of the suit actually says no. It's great.
No!
It's wonderful.
It says snow one down there. It says who.
The bottom of the left eye says Amagayov. Oh my god, YUV. You're very interested in the color. It's a crossword puzzle.
It's a wow. You mean a jumble?
It's whatever it is. It's scary.
It's a nightmare.
It says call. It says call.
It says call. It says call.
Yeah. It says IMAS. Apple Christmas.
Can we not try to I mean, this is just what AA Lib decided to make of the image. It's not like I carefully constructed this and have subliminal messages in it. This is AA Lib.
Well, it apparently decided to make your nose say what it says. It's wonderful. Right at the top of the nose, it's
well, it mainly says hash 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 you hash 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 hash.
Along with a few sleepy noises. What the heck is this? This is majesty, is what this is.
This is spectacular. It's so spectacular that I can't pronounce the word spectacular correctly. Kind of invented a new word. Yeah, it's a self-evident truth.
It's a truly Lovecraftian horror in the sense that it just takes all sense of everything away from the mind. You know.
Jamie is blown away that there's a spec lad here, given the fact that he's like basically the only person who shows up for almost every stream. Yeah, that is it is absolutely shocking. I agree.
I am also shocked. So what does YouTube actually say the game is?
Zork 1.
Zork the Great Underground Empire.
Yeah. They all say Zork 1. So, by the way, in my sort of investigation, in my study of the history, one of the things that sort of popped up is a manual they made for the PDP-10 version, and that... It doesn't, so it calls itself Zork. The name of the game is Zork, but it makes it very clear that their intent is for it to be the first of many. So their plans on having Zork II and Zork III far predate the formation of Infocom. Like, the game, happened a decade and a half before the creation of Infocom and before Zork 1 became a commercial product. The idea of there being sequels, though, that was from the start.
I wonder if they intended that pure excellence of acting that I sent you the other day. I wonder if that was intended to eventually happen.
I mean, I've seen worse voice acting. You gotta, there's
fair.
There's bars to be set. It's not that Castlevania game for PlayStation.
I mean, would we really expect good acting from a Zork anything? I don't think we would. I think we would expect just that.
What is a man? A miserable pile of secrets.
That's probably a sensible question to answer from Jamie right there. That's probably a good question to answer.
It's certainly not a 6-year anniversary of Zork on my channel. It's not been that long.
That would be excellent, though. And channel dedicated to Zork. There we go.
And Speckline, we are not starting where we left off, and this is not going to be a blind Let's Play. This is going to be profoundly non-blind Let's Play, like almost offensively non-blind. Or perhaps, I mean, it depends on how easily you're offended. Maybe it just is offensively non-blind.
Yeah, I think definitely the apocalypse plans, though. Oh, Jimmy hasn't seen any of the Zork. This should be interesting. Okay.
I mean, I feel like we could... No, never mind. I was going to say, we could have done a Let's Play of Zork if we had just cut vastly more out. If we'd just been more savage with it. But actually, no. We'll get to puzzles that, like, no human being would ever figure out this puzzle. It's just stupid. There's no... Like, do you remember walking through the wall of light?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
When we get there, you will see what the next step is, and you will just, set a vendetta to murder the creator of this game. Like, it's just not acceptable.
Well, fortunately, I believe they're all still alive, so I will be able to do that. Excellent.
It's all staged, Svecklad. It's all staged.
So is that a live video or a picture? I don't know. Maybe we should test that.
Do comments in live chat. Let me quote myself on a Reddit post about YouTube's algorithm that that I responded to just yesterday. So, quoting me, 3 things we know with certainty. 1, the algorithm involves machine learning. 2, even the creator of a particular machine learning system has no idea how it comes to its conclusions. That is to say, claims that Google knows how the algorithm works are false. Literally and truthfully, no one knows how the algorithm works. 3, it is constantly changing. So
Yeah, I yes.
the notion that that I can tell you that X will help the algorithm or not. No, not even Google can tell you that X will help the algorithm or not. No one can tell you whether X will help the algorithm or not. Shall we actually start? Shall we start?
The Zork.
3, 2, 1. Hello, this is Yahweasel, and with me is Lord Pi, and
Hello.
this is my improvisational teletypewriter. It is a quality piece of hardware that is basically how computers worked for the first couple decades of their existence. It is a line printer, which is in this case a dot matrix printer, which I have adapted as an output device for this computer, and we're going to be using it to do the thing that you would do on a line printer. We're going to be using it to play Zork. So there is so much that could be said about Zork, like so much, and I'm going to try to get a little bit of that into the actual play through of Zork, but there's a couple things I need to say immediately. One, Zork I is not Zork. The game you're thinking of, that's not Zork. Zork I is not Zork. Zork I is the commercialization of Zork that was made after Zork. They're very related, but it's not Zork. We'll talk a little bit about some of the distinctions. Okay.
It's not confusing at all.
It's not confusing at all. So,
No.
we, Speclad in chat is impressed with how fast this line printer is. I mean, these were actual computer output devices. Of course it's fast. It has to be fast.
It's also
Unfortunately,
incredibly violent.
yes, it's very violent, which is why it keeps defocusing, and also it's very slow in that I am streaming a camera view of it, and that has a 2-second delay, so great. So we start in Zork. Zork is also called Dungeon. That itself has an interesting story, because Zork was the original name for it, and then they renamed it to Dungeon, and then the creators of Dungeons and Dragons asked them kindly not to call it Dungeon, please. So they renamed it back to Zork again, which is just an amazing bit of history.
See, here it actually says Dungeon.
Here
yes.
it says Dungeon, because in this version it was Dungeon, kind of, except when it's not. So Dungeon is a game of adventure, danger, and low cunning. In it you will explore some of the most amazing territory ever seen or read by... That is the weirdest M in the world. Oh, you know what? I've just reminded myself of something. One moment, please hold.
Yes, they should have renamed it Dragon. That would have definitely gotten rid of their concerns.
I can actually change the font size, but to do that, I have to walk over to the printer. And this game is always 80 columns, so I may as well make it bigger font.
That was indeed a hand. Yes. Yes.
Okay, font size will be larger after this point. It's fine. So, seen by mortal man, hardened adventurers have run screaming from the terrors contained within. In Dungeon, the intrepid explorer delves into the forgotten secrets of a lost labyrinth deep in the bowels of the earth. Surely the earth should always be a capital E.
Because you're referring to it as the, yeah.
But I guess you could be referring to the soil.
But that's what he's referring to.
But
clearly.
it's not. Okay, whatever. Searching for vast treasures long hidden from prying eyes, treasures guarded by fearsome monsters and diabolical traps. No deck system should be without one. So, we started in an open field in front of a big white house. Really, it wants you to go east towards the house. I'm going to go north because why go east? So if we go north, we're going to find ourselves facing the north side of a White House. Okay, so actually we are near the White House, but I'm just going to go north further. If we're on the north side of a White House, surely going north further is the right thing. And we're now in a dimly lit forest with large trees all around, but one particularly large tree with some low branches stands here. So they're low branches. I like climbing. Let's climb the branches. You're about 10 feet above the ground, nestled among some large branches. The nearest branch above you is beyond your reach. On the branch is a small bird's nest, which contains a jewel-encrusted egg. So the point of this
egg.
The point of this game is basically to get treasure. That's all you do. So we're gonna get the egg. Yeah. We are also going to get the nest because it's there. I'm basically going to take almost every item in this game. And it's there, so you have to take it. So I'm actually going to quickly save, and then I'm going to drop this egg because why wouldn't I do that? So long as I've saved
it's
first.
Intuitive, yes.
The egg falls to the ground and is seriously damaged. Now, I can go down and I can take a look at that egg, and hey, the broken jewel-encrusted egg contains a broken clockwork canary, which is also a treasure.
Wow. What a surprise.
Which is also a treasure, but we don't want that treasure broken, so let's go ahead and go back in time. Let's restore and go down again. Now, here's one of the major things that makes Zork so different from Zork I. If this were Zork I, I would now go south twice, and I would be back in front of the house, right? I mean, that makes sense. So let's go east.
Sensible, yes.
And then, well, there's a pile of leaves. In fact, let's get the leaves. Why not? I mean, we're here, so I'm going to get some leaves.
You need some leaves, yeah.
Hey, there's a grating underneath the leaves.
You should go down it.
Okay, let's open the grating. That delay. I'm trying to do things in advance. Oh, the grating is locked. Okay, we're not going to go down it.
You know what's really entertaining is that my view of this is more delayed than the YouTube stream view, so I've closed that view.
What? That's...
I don't know how, but
that's
it was.
Really strange. Okay, anyway. So we went east, and now we're going to go southwest. And we find ourselves behind the house. You're behind the White House. In one corner of the house, there's a window which is slightly ajar. Is it a window or a jar?
No, it's a jar.
Okay, let's open the window. And then we're going to go ahead and go into the house. It opens far enough to allow for passage. Then we can wander on in. And we're now in the kitchen. Table has been used recently for the preparation of food. And there's a glass bottle and a brown sack smelling of hot peppers. So we're going to get everything. Very hot. Very hot. Luckily, this game does let you get all, which is nice. So you don't have to actually name them all individually. This actually, so for its time, it had a really advanced text parser.
It really did.
But that doesn't mean it's not terrible. So we just walked west into the living room. There's a door to the east. There's a wooden door to the west. Pi, I don't think you ever figured out that wooden door, right?
No, I don't think we ever did get that open. No.
Yeah. We'll get to it. But
do you rub the pepper on the door to make it
it's just
sweat
I mean it's dumb. It's actually the thing that is required to make it open is not that dumb. Wait, no. The thing that is required to make it open is that dumb. The means of it, you'll see. It's a little bit hard to explain. So we got that.
I'm very curious to see this.
We got that report. We opened the case. The treasure case in the living room, if you put anything there, then it won't be stolen. So the treasure case is really, really important.
Did
it's
we
also
ever try
how
putting self in there?
No. Oh, wait. Oh, there's something I need to check.
Oh.
So we can talk about one of the distinctions between the various versions of Zork. Yes! Ha-ha!
Oh, what happened?
The noun that refers to yourself...
Oh, it's cretin.
...is cretin.
That's excellent.
Self doesn't refer to yourself. I could never figure out how to refer to yourself. If you want to refer to yourself, you have to use the noun cretin. That's not true in Zork 1. You can use self in Zork 1, so that's one of the differences. Okay, anyway, we're going to go ahead and put everything into the case. The game is insulting you, says JB in chat. Yeah, it's calling us a cretin. So our jewel encrusted egg is now in the case where it's safe. So we're going to go ahead and get the sword that's just sitting here, because why wouldn't it be?
Now, why would we need a sword? That's crazy talk.
I mean, because it's fancy, because it's a sword.
Swords are fancy. Yeah.
Exactly. We're also going to get the lamp, which I almost forgot about.
No, we don't need light. That's fine.
Now, really, like, step one to this game, and this isn't even cryptic. If you don't figure this out, then you have problems. You have to move the rug. So if you move the rug, then it reveals a trapdoor. You can simply open the trapdoor. It's not locked or anything like that. And that kind of brings us to, like, the game. So I'm going to save and then go down into the descent into darkness. It's pitch dark. Sorry, go on.
So do you think... Oh, no, that's it. This is a reference people might know from somewhere, but might not know where it's from. Now they'll know.
Yes. So apologies to Lord Pi. I'm just like zipping through this because I have a script. So you really are just going to have to interrupt because there's no thought for me. I am literally on a script here. Yeah.
There we go.
So if you go somewhere that's pitch dark, you are likely to be eaten by a grue. I did just save, didn't I?
Yes.
Yes, I did. I saved immediately before going down. So if I try to move anywhere while it's pitch dark and I'm likely to be eaten by a grue...
Yeah, you should do that.
Then... Oh. In this case, I got killed by the troll. Because I walked directly where the troll was. Let me attempt to make that a little bit more sensible. That was the wrong place to go. I was trying to. Grue is also French for crane, apparently.
Is it?
So says JB in chat. Let me try that again. I'm gonna go maybe north, because if you go somewhere dark to somewhere dark, then, oh no, you've walked into the slavering fangs of a lurking grue.
Something that has been referenced in every single thing that exists.
The grue, and really, the grue is just to force you to use the lamp. That's it. That's the only reason the grue exists. It's there to make you use the lamp. So we're not going to accept patching up. We're going to restore. Okay. Anyway, so we did get the lamp. So we can turn on the lamp, and we can actually light up the place and not get killed by a grue.
Yeah, I'd rather not be killed by a grue.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's entertaining to be killed by a grue. It's weird that the text is that you wandered into the slavering fangs of a lurking grue. It suggests that the grue is like this gigantic, like it's a hallway-sized monster.
Perhaps the grue is the dungeon.
So this whole thing is in the digestive system of the grue.
Yes.
I want to mention quickly that a real line printer would not do this thing of pulling the paper down in and then printing and pushing it back up again. But this, since it wasn't intended for this purpose, it has a sort of covering on it. And my best sort of way of dealing with that was just to make it go down and up. So anyway, we've gotten down here. We know that to the east there's a troll because it murdered us a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
You're in a small room with passages off in all directions. Bloodstains and deep scratches, perhaps made by an axe, mar the walls. A nasty-looking troll brandishing a bloody axe. Oh, perhaps that's where those... I love... Perhaps made by an axe, brandishing a bloody axe. Very next line.
Wonder where they came from. It's weird.
Anyway, the troll blocks all passages because it's a giant meta troll. So we're gonna try to kill the troll with the sword. The troll takes a fight. Oh well, we instantly killed it.
See, sometimes it will kill you there.
It is,
yeah. No reason.
The battle system in this game is actually. I was about to say it's actually random. It's like, if you perform exactly the same actions, then always exactly the same results will happen. But if you do anything differently, then it'll have a different random result. So it's semi-random. Anyway, since we've killed the sword, that seems good. The sword is killed the sword.
The sword is dead now. Yes.
We've murdered the sword. It is no longer glowing. We killed the troll, that is. So let's go ahead and save. I would like to get back up into the house. Now,
I remember the way.
You could wander for hours finding your way, but we're on a script, so we're just gonna go there. If you go east, you get into a north-south crawlway, and there's also a passage east. Yeah,
we should probably say that when we say E, that means we're going east.
Oh yes,
that might be helpful.
That's worth mentioning. And then we're gonna go south from this north-south crawlway.
Which, surprise, surprise, will be S.
Yes. You're in what appears to have been an artist's studio. The walls and the floors are splattered with paints of 69 different colors. Strangely enough, nothing of value is hanging here. The north and northwest of the room are open doors. Basically, somebody has stolen everything from here. Duh.
Wonder who?
It's a mystery. What we're going to do...
Watch out for cranes, Jimmy says.
So, I'm actually going to turn off the lamp, because grooves only get you when you move... Uh-oh. Okay, I have nothing of value. Fine. We also have just discovered the thief. So
we have, yes.
You only get killed by a grue when you move from a dark room to a dark room, so I'm going to turn off the lamp early a lot of the time, because it's a battery-powered lamp, and I would like to save its battery.
I don't think we figured that out before.
We did once it ran out of battery.
Okay.
So what you can actually do from here is go up, because there's a chimney, and that goes up into the kitchen, and then we've gone west into the living room.
Wait, you can concatenate commands like that?
I know, right?
I didn't know that. Oh my god, that's excellent.
I'm about to purr sword in case, because I spelled wrong. I'm going to put the sword in the case. Purr sword in case. That's odd. The thief should have stolen the sword, because the sword is a treasure. Yeah. I guess.
Does he steal the sword?
I guess maybe the sword is an exception, because it's kind of important.
But that doesn't seem like something Zork would do.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what I'm actually going to do is take the egg. So, like I said, the thief is going to steal things. So, what you generally don't want to do is leave anything in a convenient place for him to steal it.
Yes.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to not turn on my lamp and get eaten by a grue again. I'm an imbecile.
He was eaten by a crane. He didn't look out for the crane.
I was eaten by a crane. Okay, let me try that again. What I'm going to do is go down into the dungeon, turn on the lamp, and then go back into the place where we attacked the troll. And I'm just going to drop the egg here. I'm just going to leave it here.
Interesting.
So
this is some tactic I'm unaware of.
This is one of those things that just makes Zork horrible, because no one would ever think to do this, but you must.
Sensibly, yes.
You have to do this, and it's.
Oh, I can't wait to see why.
Anyway, we're just going to leave the egg there. We're just going to leave it. Okay. And it doesn't have to specifically be there, but it has to be in the dungeon. So if we go north, we're going to get to a narrow east-west passageway.
Right.
Lord Pie is with me, Mikey in chat.
Oh, which chat is this in? I don't see.
Mixer chat.
Ah, yes.
It'll pop up on YouTube eventually. So we're in a narrow east-west passageway with a narrow staircase. I guess I didn't quite clarify. So in Zork I, remember at the beginning I did north-north up to get into the tree, and then I said, well, logically you would go down south-south, but instead I'm going to go east-southwest. In Zork I, the commercial version, the map actually makes sense. In Zork, just assume that cardinal directions have no bearing on reality. East, then east might return back to where you came from.
Yeah.
Just
made that error in assumption so many
times. We tried to make a map that actually like fall. No. Just assume that the card. Just assume it's like exit 1, exit 2, exit 3. No actual direction. Just ignore directionality. It's not real.
Yes, basically.
Anyway, we're gonna go down that staircase. And that should lead us just further into the abyss, basically, like everything does. We're in a deep ravine at a crossing with an east-west crawlway. Some stone steps to the south of the ravine, and a steep staircase descends. I like how this doesn't even make it clear that you can go up.
Yeah, because you can look around to see the directions you can leave, normally.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to go down. And then, because this is a quality video game, we're now in a long room.
We're in the reservoir.
Yes, we're in the shore of the reservoir. We're in a long room on the south shore of the large reservoir. There's a western exit, a pathway to south, and a steep pathway climbing up along the edge of a cliff. Now, naturally, you would assume if you go up, since I just went down, that I'm going to get back where I came from. Right?
Definitely.
I just went down the stairs, and there are stairs there, and I go up, and now I'm on the south edge of a deep canyon, because this game...
It's wonderful.
There's just no logic. So now we're on the edge of a deep canyon, because why wouldn't we be? And then we're going to go east a bit.
I wonder where we're going to end up now. This damn game.
Da, 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 da. Now we're standing on the top of Fucked 3 FCD. That's just I'm just pronouncing FCD. That's
how you pronounce it.
Don't be filthy. It's just FCD. It's pronounced fucked. Okay, it's just those letters. Anyway, we're on Fucked 3, which was quite a tourist attraction in times far distant. It just occurred to me how insane that is.
What?
Why would a dam be a tourist attraction? Well, I guess they kind of. I don't know. Some of them are, but not like a.
I guess.
Whatever.
That's
anyway,
weird though.
It's a bit strange. So we're in a dam. I'm gonna go ahead and go north further into the dam.
Naturally,
and
yes.
This room appears to have been a waiting room for groups touring the dam. There are exits to the north and east marked private. So then why is this room here? Like, you can't go anywhere, but here we are.
That's a good point.
Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this guidebook and this matchbook. I guess we can read the guidebook. Why not? I mean, there's no purpose to it, but it's content.
For the lore.
Yeah, for the lore. It's a long guidebook.
Yeah, but printers like printing long things.
Printers like printing. If you want to read this, feel free. I'm not going to. I'm not going to read it out loud. I did just get some things, so let's go ahead and save.
I like how we just cut short because it knows people are going to get bored at a certain point.
Yeah, basically. Or they couldn't be bothered to write more. Now we're in what appears to be the maintenance room for Flood Control Dam 3, judging by the assortment of tool chests and blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a tube of something that looks like toothpaste or goop. There's a wrench. There's a screwdriver. It's all stuff, so I'm going to take it. You know, it's a... This is a text adventure game, so when you see stuff, you take it. I mean, that's all there is to it. Now... you know what? Okay, since Lord Pie made this mistake, I'm going to go ahead and make the same mistake too. There are 4 buttons: blue, yellow, brown, and red. Obviously, you would push them in order, so let's go ahead and push the blue button. Yes. I mean, it's the first one to push.
Just ignore that save. That's for no reason whatsoever.
Use complete sentences.
Excellent parser. Can't understand that.
Well, I mean, push blue isn't really valid. I guess maybe it shouldn't. The effect of the blue button is just to burst a pipe. It's the convenient pipe bursting button. Yeah. That's what it does. And if we just sort of wait around a bit, which I'm going to do like so, if we just sort of wait around a bit, then we drown.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Who doesn't like to drown now and again? Right?
Do you like the wait command?
Can we drink some of the water by any chance?
No, sorry, it's too. So I don't think you can. That you can't ingest anything in this game. Anyway, if you just wait around, then you drown. And
sensibly.
you can instead seal the leak by using that tube of gunk, which I don't think I'm even going to bother to show, actually, because
I wouldn't say that was worthwhile doing.
it's not. There aren't even any points in it. You don't get any points for doing that. So it's
you just get to not drown.
So if you push the brown button, it makes a pleasant clicking sound. So that's nice.
I just noticed it says, "I'm afraid you have done drowned yourself." It actually uses that kind of phrase. I just noticed that.
If you push the red button, it turns on the lights, which is nice because in this room you can turn off your lamp. But I don't care.
We've got enough power.
So instead, we're going to push the yellow button, which doesn't sort of obviously do anything. But if we go ahead and go back incredibly south twice, which is the opposite of the direction we got here, by coincidence, that's the way of getting back to where we came from, is to actually go the sensible way. Amazingly. So this room has changed, which is why it's given us the complete description now. Chat is just nothing but meowing at each other. Like, yes, hello, everyone. Hi.
Meow.
So, right, the reason this has changed is that it says that the green bubble is glowing.
Mm-hmm.
The plot of this game is to figure out WTF is up with the magnetic poles, suggests Jamie in chat. Bizarrely, we're going to get to exactly that. So,
what?
just hold. This game is more insane than you can imagine.
There's a lot to expect.
It's such a thing. The thing to actually do in this game is turn the bolt with the wrench, which opens the sluice gate and water pours through the dam. If you recall...
And we flood a village.
And we flood a village, we kill hundreds of people. If you recall, a while ago we walked on the south shore of a reservoir. Well, the reason we just did that is to reflood the reservoir. Sorry, unflood the reservoir.
Unflood, because, yes.
So, if we now go south and northwest, we're at the south of the reservoir. But now that the reservoir is unflooded, we can go north. So, we're in what used to be a reservoir. It's now a large mud pile. Hooray. By the way, you can actually reflood the reservoir and take the boat on the reservoir. Just as a thing you can do. And there's no reason to do it. There's absolutely no purpose.
I'm looking at this map, and there is something to the west from the reservoir. Stream.
Yeah.
And there's nothing there, though.
Well, so that stream is a stream that we'll get to later, but there's no purpose to getting there nautically. There's no reason. So you can actually reflood it and then take the boat on it, but there's absolutely no purpose. Now...
Let's not do that, then.
Let's just not do that. So the other thing worth mentioning here is that there's an old trunk. And indeed, the thief will steal... I mean, it's random. He's not guaranteed to steal things you leave behind. But basically, if you see it, the thief is now aware of it, and the thief will steal it. So if I leave this here, then I am leaving it for the thief to steal. So I'm going to leave it here.
Of course. Like the egg, naturally.
Like the egg. Actually, in this case, I'm leaving it here just because it's too heavy. I don't have the inventory space to take it with me for the moment. But what is more important is that if we go north, we end up on the north end of the reservoir. Here, there's a pump, and we can get that pump.
What would we need a pump for?
What would we need a pump for? It's an excellent question. But now that we have a pump, let's save.
Good idea. Fish elf need good
Fish
rod.
elf need good rod.
Yes.
So let's do a little bit more wandering around. If we go south, up, and then east, we'll get back to the dam. It showed us the full description for the reservoir because it wants to show us that the trunk is already not there.
I wonder what happened.
Oh, no, never mind. The trunk is still there. No, sorry. The trunk is still there.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
never
so
mind.
yeah,
Okay, and it didn't even show us the whatever. I mislooked at it. It's fine. I'm on such a quest here. Like I just have a list of commands and I'm just doing them.
Basically, that's what we're on here. Yeah.
So if we go down here, we get to the base of Flood Control Dam 3, and we're on the Frigid River.
Yay.
And by the way, I'll start mentioning when we get to things that Lord Pi didn't figure out. At this point, Lord Pi has already figured out, I think, all of this.
Apart from the egg thing, I don't know what the hell was up with that egg.
No one
That's
would ever
crazy.
figure out that you need to leave the egg there. Holy audio
Okay.
issues. Is the audio...
Well, your voice to me actually directly went terrible for a second, so that's good.
Oh, well, that's not great.
That's not a good thing, is it? No. Nope, definitely not on Jamie's end. That's for sure.
I mean, there's not a lot I can do. I'm going to check the recording just to make sure that, because if it's not in the recording, then, you guys just get to suffer. What do I care? No, there's definitely no issues happening in the recording. It's, just streaming. I don't know. Streaming doesn't like me today. I, change nothing, and now streaming doesn't work. Thanks.
I blame ISP.
I blame Restream.
Oh, Restream, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that's easy to blame. Okay, so... let's go ahead and save here. So there's a folded pile of plastic here, which has a small valve attached. We can inflate that plastic with the pump because it has a valve attached.
Yeah.
I mean, it has a valve attached, so
you can pump it.
so you can pump it. Oh, it's now a boat. Thanks for telling us that.
Yeah, we should get in the boat. We should pick up the stick and get in the boat.
Yeah, we should. I was about to say we haven't even. There's a stick here too. We should definitely get
take
that
everything
first. Because I mean, it's a text adventure game. You take everything. So
Of course.
we're gonna take the stick. We're gonna get in the bob. Oops, we popped the boat. We popped the boat with the stick.
We shouldn't have taken the stick.
Oh my god, you're gonna get really angry in a second, Pi. This is one of the things that Pi did not figure out, and no
Can you
one
blunt the stick.
Oh god, no, you're gonna be so angry.
Oh.
This is offensively bad. So if you
Okay,
get in the stick,
I'm-
if you get in the boat with the stick, then
It pops the boat.
It pops the boat because it's a sharp stick. So
Sure.
instead, I hate this. This is
Can you put the
unacceptable.
gunk on the stick or something?
No. Oh wait, I have to actually get the stick before I try to. Oh wait,
Put the
sorry.
stick in
I
the
have to
boat.
inflate the boat. Sorry. I missed a step there. I have to inflate the boat.
You actually just put the stick in the boat, then get in the boat.
Yeah.
What?
If you put the stick in the boat rather than getting in the boat with the stick, then it's fine. It doesn't pop the boat. You can just set the stick to. It's not acceptable. It's not. This is beyond cryptic. This is just stupid. So this is one of the many times when Zork is just unacceptable. Like Zork is just, and I feel like this is just a bug. Like they didn't anticipate that. They thought, oh well, if you get it, but they also maintained that bug through
it
many
has to be
versions of
intentional.
Zork. So God, I hate it. I hate Zork.
It's definitely intentional, and I very much dislike it.
Anyway, once you're in the boat, you can't do east to go east. You have to use launch, but it will launch you east onto the river.
Of course.
We're on the river in the vicinity of the dam. The river flows quietly here. There's a landing on the west shore. There's a label.
Yay.
There's a sharp broken stick sitting in this plastic boat. I hate it. I hate this game.
That... Who would have thought to actually do that?
This label is from the Frobozz Magic Boat Company, or this boat is from the Frobozz Magic Boat Company. Hello, sailor. Instructions for use. We can board, disembark, launch, land. I've already used 2 out of 3 of those commands. And also, land doesn't work. It claims that you can use land, but you can't.
That's right.
So, not only did you need to use some commands before getting to the point of looking at this label, but the label lies. I hate this game.
Of course it does.
Like, I hate this game. Anyway.
Also, the board is made of plastic. Warning.
So, by the way, the reason why land doesn't work is that most of the time there are multiple directions to land. And it doesn't make it like if you just use land, it'll only work if there's one direction. So it does actually work. It's just that not in the majority of cases.
Can you not land in a specific direction?
Well, you can. That's how you normally land.
Okay.
You just specify the
but
direction.
You don't just say land.
You don't just say land.
Also meow, apparently.
Also meow, apparently. So anyway, let's. So the way that you move up and down the stream, it doesn't make very obvious, is up and down, as in downstream. That's, I guess, not too cryptic. It's not great. The river turns a corner here, making it impossible to see the dam, because that's important. White cliff looms on the east bank, and large rocks prevent you from landing on the west. So here we would be able to land. Yes. Land with land, that is. By the way, if I try to go up, as in upstream, most of the time it doesn't. Yeah, most of the time it doesn't work. You can't, because there's a strong current. There's the only place where you can go upstream is the stream next to the reservoir that there's no reason to go on at all. I hate this game.
It's so weird.
It's just like. Anyway, the river descends here into a valley. There's a narrow beach on the east below the cliffs. The beach on the east, the only use to it is to get back up the stream. You can sort of wind your way by going across the stream and walking up the beach on one side. We actually don't need to go upstream ever, so we're not even going to go to that beach.
Ever?
It is not necessary to go upstream. You're going to see the reason why, and you're going to be angry. Technically, all of the information is there for you to guess the reason why now. So there's a red buoy here on the river where the river is running fast.
We should take it.
Yeah, let's take the buoy. I mean, it's there. It's there as a warning, but screw other people.
We might need to read the warning, you know? There might be a warning on it.
Something feels funny about this buoy. I'll get to that later. There's actually a very good reason why I'll get to that later. You can probably guess the reason why I get to that later, and it's just as bad as you think. So we could go further downstream. Should we go further downstream? Let's go further downstream. That seems like fun. I mean, I did just save conspicuously. Sound of rushing water is near unbearable here on the west shore of the large landing area. Let's go further downstream. I mean, why not?
Yeah, sounds great.
Really? Let's oh dear, we've gone over Arrogane Falls. Not a smart thing to do, apparently. It doesn't even really say that we died. It's just you went over Arrogane Falls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's not.
That was eventful. Good.
Let's restore. Let's pretend none of that happened. Now, as usual, the way to correctly land is west, not land. Thanks for lying, boat. Now, bizarrely, and I put this in a careful order just to offend you even more. So remember, we could put the stick in the boat, but we couldn't have the stick in our inventory in the boat. Recall.
Yes.
So before getting out of the boat, I'm going to get the stick.
Does that...
And it's fine.
Do what I... Oh, okay.
And then we're going to disembark. So you can have the stick in your inventory in the boat. You just can't have your stick in your inventory when you get on the boat.
Because you sit down and stab it in.
I hate this game. I hate this game.
It's a brilliant game. It's great.
Yeah, that's right, Jamie. One watching now. I mean, you know, fuck it. I don't care. I've given up on the notion of people actually watching anything that I make. Whatever. So, we've disembarked. We better actually keep the boat. So let's deflate the boat.
Yeah.
It doesn't
We're
really.
Probably gonna want that.
I mean, I don't know with inflatable boats how you deflate it. But it seems like it would take time, but
I would think it would just roll it up from one end, presumably.
yeah, I guess, or to just put, but the thing is, like, I think you need to hold the valve to get it to go, whatever, anyway.
You would think, unless there's a cap on it. I don't know.
Let's keep the boat. Let's keep the boat. So we're on a large sandy
if there was
beach.
a cap on it, it would make you uncap it every single time.
Yeah. We're on a large sandy beach. Not a lot to say there. If we go south, we're on the shore of a river. The river here is somewhat treacherous, and a path travels north and south. So let's go south.
I do remember there might be something north, potentially, perhaps.
There is, and I intentionally didn't deal with that right now, because if you don't, then the thief can't steal it.
Oh, good point. We're cheating the thief.
We're cheating the thief out of his treasure. We're at the top of Arrogane Falls, an enormous waterfall with a drop of 450 feet. There's a man-sized barrel here, and a beautiful rainbow created by, the falls, the falling water.
Get in the barrel!
That might be why I just saved. Enter the barrel, because we'll have a barrel of fun.
I'm pretty sure I did do this. Yes.
Etched into the side of the barrel is the word Geronimo. Okay. I'll holler Geronimo.
Yeah, I mean, it seems very self-evident.
I didn't think you would really try to go over the falls in a barrel. Seems some 450 feet below, you were met by a number of unfriendly rocks and boulders, causing your immediate demise.
Oh.
Let's have it patch us up. By the way, okay, there are many versions of this game.
So that patch thing is new. I don't remember that.
No, oh my, it's so, okay. I'm trying to sort of spread the explanation of this game throughout the game. I don't know how I can make this very brief. So, this game was written in a language called Muddle, or MDL, and Muddle is mainly known for being the language that Zork was written in.
Of course.
It was then translated into Fortran, which was the most popular language of its time. And then it was translated into C, but the Muddle version was maintained after the Fortran version. The Fortran version was maintained after the C version, and all of them were maintained after the commercial version. So not only are there multiple versions, there were multiple versions that were the current version at the same time. So
I did not know that.
The most common version is the C version that was in BSD, but that's
which
actually
is an older version, essentially.
Right, essentially an older version. I am playing a slightly more maintained Fortran version, but not the latest Fortran version or the latest Muddle version. In fact, you can kind of tell what version you're playing. There are a few differences, but for the most part, you can tell what version you're playing by how many points are in the game. So this is the 585 point version. There is also a 616 point version. We're playing the 585 point version because 585 points was the number of points in the BSD version, but we're not playing the C version because it actually introduced bugs relative to the Fortran version. So we're playing the Fortran version because it's sort of more as originally intended, but we're playing the 585 version because that's the most common sort of number of points that people were familiar with in original Zork.
Right. Good.
Oh my god. Okay. I hate this game. I have nothing but animosity towards this game. Anyway, as you recall, there's a rainbow here.
Yeah, the streamer's going to hate this.
I think you did figure this out, right? Or no, I'm
pretty sure I did.
I think we figured this out through a mixture of reading the Zork I guide and making some guesses. So we have a sharp broken stick. And
so let's ask them what they think we should do.
I screw it. Remember, no one's watching the stream. So let's wave the stick. Suddenly the rainbow appears to become solid and I venture walkable. I hate this game.
You've got to wave a stick at a rainbow and it becomes walkable. That's what happens.
I hate this game.
And the pot of gold is obviously at the end.
It's so, like, this isn't okay. And in Zork 1, they changed it from a stick to a scepter and changed the location of the scepter. And I think they even suggested that the scepter might be magic. Like, a lot of what they did in Zork 1 was to make some of the more cryptic puzzles less cryptic, as well as to make the map less cryptic. It's still not great, but like the original, this is just... No one could guess this. It's insane. Like, the notion of anyone figuring this out is stupid.
Yeah.
And if you did figure it out, you shouldn't be proud of it, because it's dumb. Like, it's not a puzzle. It's just guess what the programmer was thinking right now.
Random verbs.
Anyway, as you might recall, I said you can move from a darkened room into a light room, so long as you turn off the lamp and then move. Bizarrely, even though we're out in the open, this side of the river is dark, because...
Of course.
Screw logic, I guess. But as soon as we go east out onto the rainbow, then it's bright. I hate this game!
What?
I feel like so Pi and I, we played through quite a bit of this game.
A lot of it, yeah.
And couldn't really get anywhere. And I feel like so he's learning so much because this game, like, I have figured out through extensive research so many things about this game, and there's no way you would figure any of this out because it doesn't make any sense. It just it doesn't make any sense.
It's really, this is the text adventure equivalent of a point and click game where you just have to click every single pixel to figure something out.
Yeah, basically.
This is the equivalent of that.
Yeah. Anyway, at the end of a rainbow, we find a pot of gold, because of course we do. We're on now sort of the east side of the river. Our goal...
Do we have the wit to carry it?
We do. I've got my script. So
fair point, actually.
So we are going to get the pot of gold. The only treasures I'm abandoning are the egg and the trunk. And the egg is for a reason. The trunk is actually just for weight.
Okay.
When you see the reason for the egg, you are going to be upset. Like, you are going to be...
Can't wait.
Upset. Okay, so we're on a beach on the frigid river, but we're in a canyon and we can go up.
Okay.
So let's go up the canyon a bit. We are now sort of outside, so we don't need our lamp, which is nice.
I am Lord Zork, yes.
What?
See, we played a good chunk of Zork, but did that ever get uploaded?
Yeah. No one watched.
I was gonna say,
no one watched. Like that, less than 10 views. Like literally, that is. I mean, it's almost as unpopular as my Democracy series, which are all horrifically unpopular.
Did it get fewer views than Sleeper's Death, though?
Let me think. I don't. They're both pretty unpopular. I've just realized that up apparently brings you onto the rainbow. I didn't even know that.
Oh,
I didn't.
So the exit to the rainbow was a down relative to the next room. Yeah. This is why you don't think in directions in Zork.
Yes, yeah. I actually didn't mean to go up. I meant to go southeast. Sorry, I skipped a room. To get to the bottom of the canyon, we need to go southeast first. I'm reading the script. That doesn't mean I'm reading it correctly. Right. You're beneath the falls of the river canyon, which may be climbable here. So at least it justifies that you can go up.
It may be climbable. It may not be.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out when we attempt to climb it. Oh, look, it's climbable.
Yay! It's magic.
Above you is more cliff, which appears also to be climbable. Okay, let's continue climbing. I love that sound.
It's a great sound.
It is a great sound. You're at the top of the Great Canyon on its south wall. From here, there's a marvelous view of the canyon and parts of the frigid river upstream. Across the canyon, walls of the white cliff still appear to loom far above. So we can get a sort of overview of the area here, which is useless because directions don't mean anything in Zork. So
of course,
it's like, yeah, it tells you that the dam exists. Great, thank you.
Yeah, we've been there. That's fine.
We came from there, actually. Hey, look, we're in a large forest.
Yay!
There's a clearing to the east. So let's go west.
Of course.
We're in a dimly lit forest, but it's lit enough that we don't need the lamp.
Maybe we should go north at this point.
Let's go north. Let's go north.
Hey, the map's right. I'm kind of following along on this map that I've got here.
Hey, we're
nice
facing
one.
the south side of a White House. Now here's
Yay!
the map like the map around the house is, I don't know. It is so like if I go
Weird.
east, I will get behind the house, but then if I go west, I go into the house.
Yes.
Which is, it's not like the most offensive bit of map madness, but it's pretty annoying. Anyway, so if we go east, then west, we get into our living room. There's our trophy case. It has the things we currently have. So remember, I had this buoy.
You do. Wonder what that could do.
And it said there was something odd about the buoy, so I'm going to shake it a bit. There's something inside.
No.
Can we...
There's an egg inside.
And there's a
That would be
canary
excellent.
inside the egg. When we open the buoy, we reveal
It's
an
a
emerald.
chaos emerald.
We reveal the chaos emerald. I'm going to put the emerald in the case. And then I'm going to put all in case. And here's another just anomaly of this game.
Yeah.
So it seems a bit weird that I put the emerald in the case and then put all in case, right? I mean, surely if I had put all in case, I would have put the emerald into the case, right?
You would think so.
So it doesn't count for points if the emerald is still in the buoy, even if you've opened the buoy to reveal the emerald. You must separate the emerald from the buoy and put it in the case.
Otherwise, it's worthless. I mean,
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get the lamp again, because that's not actually something I want in the case. I need light.
no, you need that.
That I'm going to save. And I think now is a good time to take a brief break.
I just love how we carried the sword around for forever and we didn't need it.
Yeah.
Virtually ever. Yeah.
Okay, I need a brief break. I'll be back soon.
I'm going to get some water. Alcohol, I might need it. I don't know.
In Parappa the Rappa Desert, use this Parappa the Rappa magic.
We got magic already.
I think it's just shield.
I like his
That's
ability to
cool.
inflate his beard. That's pretty cool. Maybe I don't... Oh my god, I just made the connection! Cause there's the weird flying thing that looks like that, except for the fungus coming out of its head. This is that, but dead! I've played 2 routes now to completion. I've seen this enemy dozens of times. I never made the connection. That's that other enemy, but like with fungus growing out of its head. Oh, that's very freaky. Oh, that's very, very freaky. Oh, that's very freaky. Oh, again, I'm being an idiot. Let me guess. I need to just beat this the bench with or I walk around it. I'm a moron. I thought there was a challenge, but there wasn't. Ugh. Stop stop babbling. Give me your fairy dust. Dewdrop, you silly, silly thing. But I mean, meet me later if, you know, you just want to do a little experiment about, you know, I'm not saying you had to do anything. I just, you know, if you want to figure something out. Anyway, so yeah, eventually they'll give me fairy dust. What do you... Oh no! No! Not this minigame again! You glance down, you shiver for a moment, knowing that it's a long way down, and there is no net. Ugh. What a familiar minigame this is. This was bad enough as a minigame. I don't really need this crap as the, as part of the actual game. Yeah. I got just so little. So...
Have you tried, like, using the jawbone or the tusk on the control panel? Just thinking of something to attach them.
You're brilliant! You're brilliant, Malo! Brilliant! That's it. Now that we've broken it, let's fix it next time!
Next time!
We didn't randomize the music?
yeah.
That's sad.
Oh wait, I did I might
What are we
not
doing?
have. No, I
Oh.
yeah, I didn't.
Oh.
Oh god! Too far!
Okay, that was beautiful. That was excellent.
That was really bad. There's like they put a hole there just as a joke, like, oh, just in case you're stupid.
No
you'll
one's
fall
going to fall
here.
into that.
Oy vey. I can take this egg and drop it from a great height. Bye, egg. Well, that was a completely mean and pointless thing to do. So this is gonna really hurt. This is what I do for my craft.
Good timing. I just finished cooking. Want a plate? What's this? I recognize that smoke.
Hello, no one watching this stream.
Oh, apparently I've ranked up in your channel on Mixer. That's...
Yay! Which, you know,
Nice.
basically, if you ever use Mixer, you will constantly rank up. That's just how it works.
See, I'm level 36 because I did stream on there very briefly for a very brief period of time.
I
and
have
leveling up
tons
got
of
me
points by
transcoding.
restreaming to there.
Well, I just leveled up to get transcoding because that's all I ever wanted on there. Really.
Right.
But yeah.
I'm just gonna quickly check my dashboard. Oh, it does claim that there are 2 on Mixer, but one of those is you.
Yes.
And there are 2 on YouTube. Maybe
One
actually.
of which will be me.
Oh, one of which is also okay. Great. So there's 2 people watching total. Maybe.
So maybe Jamie and technically me, kind of.
Well, in this context, I don't think you count. No offense, but I don't think you count.
Aw.
Let's continue. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so remember the thief that we saw?
The egg's to do with the friggin' bank, isn't it?
The egg is not to do with the bank, no.
Okay,
So you're going to be so upset with the bank. You're going to be so upset with the egg. You're going to be so there's a few of these that it's like you can't think like, oh, I wish I'd figured that out, because no one would figure that out. It's just dumb. It's just cryptic.
Really?
Anyway,
Okay.
but recall the thief. Our goal is actually to kill the thief. That is one of the goals of this game.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to try to get that done fairly early because it just gets rid of a random factor because the thief
And then you can
wanders
leave
around and
goodies
kills you.
anywhere, I
Exactly. Yeah. So, but you can't do that too early because, and this is a mechanic that's like impossible to describe, your sort of strength in this game is relative to your number of points.
What?
So if you just like make a beeline for the thief and try to
He's
kill
gonna
him
kill you.
immediately, yeah, you will get utterly destroyed.
Like we did.
Like we did. But if you get a little bit of treasure first, then you have a better chance of actually killing him. At the point I'm going to kill him, we certainly won't have like 100% chance. It's maybe around 50-50. So I'm going to have to probably going to have to do a couple of tries.
That's what saves are for.
But yes, exactly. But I want to kill him early enough because he's really annoying. So now my goal is to just go and get a bunch of treasure to get points so that I can kill the thief, which is
Okay, sounds
an
good.
insane sequence of words.
It really is. And I can't wait to find out what the egg has to do with this.
You will be upset.
Okay, well, I'm prepared. Oh no, it's pitched out.
So we went east into the kitchen. The kitchen had stairs up into an attic. So I'm gonna go up, turn on the lamp. There's a coil of rope. There's a nasty looking
Oh, so we
knife.
didn't go into the attic yet. That's right.
Yes, we did, because we got the
But
rope.
we didn't. Oh, that's right. That's right.
We got the rope, and we needed the rope. We definitely went into the attic. We're not quite that incompetent.
Well, maybe I am, but
So I'm gonna take everything. Of course I am.
I meant in this playthrough right now, not before.
And then, following my usual convention, I'm going to turn off the lamp before moving to the next room, so I save a little bit of battery. Let's see.
Given like this, you abuse those mechanics.
Oh, this script is all about abusing mechanics. So, I like. By the way, the thanks autofocus. Good job.
Wow, that's excellent. I can read this.
So, by the way, the only things that you must keep in the case are treasures. If you just drop other stuff in this room, then it won't get stolen. If you just drop random push brick in case, good. If you just leave random stuff in this room, it won't get stolen. You need to put things in the case for points. I like to put them in the case just because the case is my sort of storage area. I just throw everything in the case.
It feels nicer to do.
Yeah. So I'm going to put that brick in the case. The brick is a crucial item, and it's another one of those, you will never guess what it does. You will never guess why it does it. It's not acceptable.
I'm going to try to guess at some point.
Well, so you've got plenty of time to make your guess. You're not going to guess. You're not going to guess. It's not okay.
It's not going to smash the front door that we've got to reach through and unlock from the other side.
It's not okay. It is not acceptable. No, it does not do that. You are not going... It's... I hate this game.
You sound so upset.
I hate this game. So I'm going to point out... you see this, the door crashes shut, you hear someone barring a message that we've gotten every time we go through the trapdoor.
Yes.
In the C version...
Is that the thief?
we're gonna address that question in a moment.
I see.
In the C version, that foray I just made that turned on the rainbow and made that path open would have disabled that message. And you would now be able to go up from here.
I can't see why that would be the case.
And maybe that's just a bug, or maybe it was the leprechaun who was closing the door. I don't know. It's
maybe
it's weird, but that's only in the C version, which makes me think it's a bug. And this is the Fortran version, which doesn't behave that way. In the Fortran version, that always happens. There's nothing you can do. When you kill the thief, that still happens.
So it's not the thief.
So it's not the thief. It's just some mysterious asshole.
I'm going to believe it's the leprechaun.
But we stole the leprechaun's gold, so now he's even more angry at us. Yeah.
It wouldn't make sense for him to become less angry.
Anyway, we're going to do a little bit of wandering around. First, I'm just walking to somewhere we've already been, which I think is the reservoir, the ravine. We can go west from the ravine. We hadn't done that yet.
I can't believe you can string the commands together like that. That's
It's great. It's great. I mean, you wouldn't normally want to do that, but since I'm on a script here.
Yeah, if you've got a map or a script, then sure.
Yeah. So we're on a crawlway with a 3-foot-high ceiling. Footing is unsure here due to the rocks underfoot. The fact that my footing is unsure doesn't matter. It's just a little bit of flavor text. We can go east, west, northwest. We just went west to get here, so obviously if I go east, I'm going to get back where I came from, because logic, I mean...
Also notice it's underfoot without an R.
Underfoot. It's underfoot. Anyway, so we went east, and now we're at the periphery of a large dome because this game is garbage.
Naturally, yeah.
Anyway, but
we want the rope here, if I recall.
Yes, and you did figure this out. Yes. Protecting us from the precipitous drop is a wooden railing. We're going to tie the rope to the railing. And that does indeed allow us to go down into the dome area.
Yay.
So we're going to go ahead and do that. And here we're in a large room with a prominent doorway leading to a down staircase. The west is a narrow twisting tunnel. Above you is a large dome. Elvish hacking rights. There's a wooden railing. There's a marble pedestal. We can see the rope, but we can't do anything about it here. We can't even climb back up. And on the pedestal is an ivory torch.
We should take that.
We should probably take that, but actually, just before we actually take the torch, we should turn off our lamp, because we don't need it now.
Of course, because that is a light.
So, this is one of the most important items in the game, because... So, go
I
on.
believe it was an unlimited light source,
is-
essentially, but it could be stolen by the thief if he encountered it.
Exactly. It's an unlimited light source, but it's a stealable light source. So we're going to keep the lamp with us in case the thief
Yes.
steals the torch, but we do have that. So that's good.
That is good.
There is truly no one watching this stream.
Jamie said something a couple of minutes ago. Technically.
Well, so my timeout for that box is 2 minutes. So definitely she didn't say something a couple of minutes ago. Earlier than that, maybe. Oh well, I'm highly popular. Okay, so we got the torch. I'm going to take the stairs down. Again, so once you understand that the cardinal directions don't mean anything, it's not hugely difficult to map this out, and you can make a map. It's annoying.
Yeah, then you become much happier in life.
But you must make a map. I don't need a map because I'm following a script. We're in north-south crawlway. There's also a passage to the east. There's a hole above, but it provides no opportunities for climbing. We will see where that hole goes later. I think we'll see where that hole goes later. I don't actually recall if we will. You say as if you know.
I'm just trying to think.
So
Yeah.
we're now on the west edge of a chasm. We got here from a north-south crawlway. East is sheer rock. So since we got here from a north-south crawlway and we went north, naturally I'm going to go south and end up somewhere else because this game is amazing.
Yes.
So previously we were in the artist's studio. We're now in the art gallery.
Of course we are.
Here is where he keeps his paintings, or where he kept his paintings. There is one painting still remaining, so we better get that.
But isn't that too big to take upstairs?
Now, I'm going to mention, this is exactly the right time to mention that, we are also quite near to that chimney, which is what Lord Pi is recalling. And indeed, you can only bring one item at a time up through the chimney. The lamp plus one item. And so getting, but any item. So you can take the painting up through the chimney. There's only one item that you can't take up through the chimney, and I'll get to that when we get to that. But we're never going to use the chimney again. I hate it. I hate that mechanic. The fact that you have to drop all your items and thus give them to the thief. Screw it. I'm not going to use the chimney. The chimney can go to hell. We're just not going to do it.
It's also not on the script. So.
Well, yes, it's also not on the script. But I mean, I made this script. I want to be clear. I'm using a script. It's not a script that I got from somewhere. I made the script because I made the script to sort of try to show the game, not just to be the fastest way of winning it. Anyway, so we can get to the chimney from here, but we're not going to. We're going to go west instead.
Very good.
So if we go west from here, we're going to end up in the entrance hall of the Bank of Zork.
Oh, God.
So the thing to mention here is that the Bank of Zork isn't in Zork I. So this is one of the many differences between Zork and Zork I. The Bank of Zork is in Zork II. So there were tidbits that they actually cut out and put in different games, and the Bank of Zork... Weird. The Bank of Zork is in Zork II. It's not in Zork I. It's also less unacceptably terrible in Zork II than it is in this game. You're going to be so upset. You're going to be so upset. So we're going to go into the east viewing room, which is at the northeast end of this room. We're in a small square room, which is the viewing room. Like it says, I'm not reading all of this because if you're watching this, presumably you can read.
I would hope so, yeah. Yes.
On the east side of the room, there is an open door for bank personnel only. Screw that. I'm just going to walk in.
Of course, because everyone's dead or something.
Okay.
Okay.
We're in a large rectangular room.
This
is the safety deposit box room. We can't actually open any safety deposit boxes from here. Because why not?
Curtain of light.
The curtain of light. Lord Pi is having an aneurysm overseeing the curtain of light because he recalls that.
Yeah, engraved on the side of the cube is some lettering. Okay, there's lettering on a cube. Yeah. What the hell could that mean?
So we can read the cube. It really says nothing. It's just like Yep, here we are.
It's a souvenir.
7:22. No, you can't get the cube. It's just...
It's a souvenir. It's like a souvenir, though.
Well, yeah, essentially. So that's nothing. The south somewhere...
Magic Vault Company.
Right, to the east, west, and south are large doorways. Because the map doesn't make any sense, east and west ultimately end up in the same place, but like through multiple steps. Because why wouldn't it?
Of course.
But if we go south, then we're getting deeper into the bank personnel only area. We're in the office of the chairman of the Bank of Zork.
Okay.
It's been extensively vandalized, but nobody's stolen the portrait.
I remember this.
I like being a vandal, so I'm going to steal the portrait.
Obviously, we like goodies.
And I may as well save.
Presumably good.
Yeah, well, it's points. It's points. That's what matters.
Wait, whoa. My brain just... We don't do something with that painting in the wall of light, like some kind of security camera. Bullshit. Is it?
No. It's worse than that, but it's worse than that in a way you can't predict. So,
oh god.
From here, if we try to leave with our misbegotten goods, and bizarrely, so an alarm rings. Bizarrely, the misbegotten goods isn't just the portrait, but it also isn't all treasures. There's like some random subset of treasures that it won't let you pass with, but other treasures it will. It's really odd. It just seems like they put some list in and went, yeah, whatever, good enough. Anyway, so first off, remember that this room had a shimmering field of light for the north wall.
What items do we have at this point?
We can take a quick look at our inventory. We've actually got plenty. We've got, because we got the painting, we got the torch, knife, lamp, torch, painting, portrait. It's also worth mentioning here, the painting and the portrait taken as a pair is a really annoying set of items to have, because if you refer to painting, it will ask you which you mean. And you can be specific to say you mean the portrait, but there's nothing you can say to be specific about meaning the painting.
What?
Because the noun for the painting is painting, but the portrait accepts either painting or portrait. So if you want to do anything, exactly, if you want to do anything with the painting, you have to get rid of the portrait. It's really obnoxious. And there's another pair of items like that I'm going to get to in a while that's even more unacceptable than this.
Okay, hands on the back of my head, all prepared to be shocked.
Okay, so this first step is the part that Lord Pi did actually figure out. Namely,
maybe I forgot about this.
So you can't do north, but you can say walk through light.
Yes, yes.
We did do that. And you feel somewhat disoriented and end up in a small bare room with no distinguishing features and no exits. And if you try to go north, south, east, west, or walk through light, nothing will happen.
Yeah.
So, to be clear, there is no progress to be made right now.
Right now. I hate that right now.
Just a second. I'm going to open up stream chat. I didn't because this isn't a usual stream, but they're chatting in Discord while I'm streaming, which is
a good idea.
Really annoying.
Have that up as well.
Well, that'll come through on the chat, on the chat box.
No, stream chat there is simply a weasel. Yeah, there's nothing in stream chat.
Well, I just opened it. I always clear it when it's right. Between streams. Okay. Sorry about that little distraction there. Okay. So
I'm prepared to be unhappy.
So if you wait around a while,
what?
And then it's so much worse than you can imagine. If you wait around a while, then a gnome of Zurich will show up. But it's even worse than you think, Pi. It's even worse than you think, because he will let you. So he will let you out if you give him something.
Oh.
But no,
Okay,
it's so much worse than you think. It's so much worse than you think, Pi.
Is it a specific something?
Oh no. So any treasure you can give to him. So I'm gonna give him the portrait and definitely not save.
Right. Okay.
And once you give him a treasure, he'll let you out. We're now at the bank entrance. If we do that, we've now put that portrait in the safety deposit box. It's gone. You can never get it back again, which means those points are inaccessible. So
we need to sacrifice the treasure, but we need full points.
It's so bad, Pi. It's so bad.
I'm very confused.
It's so bad.
So do we have to give him something?
Okay. We've gotten back where... Wait, what?
Wrong direction?
Oh, that's right. I had just gone west to demonstrate that the... I was a little bit confused there. I had previously gone west just to demonstrate that it doesn't work. So let me get back into the room that's through the light.
So we have to give him something, and we have to do this.
I'm just going to type this command, and I'm just going to let it go, and you'll see what the command is.
Oh, no. What? But it's...
But wait! There's more.
We go back through, it's going to take us somewhere else, isn't it? It's going to take us somewhere else. It's going to take us somewhere else. It's taking us somewhere else. Why?
But wait, there's more.
Do we take the...
So, naturally, the thing you would do now is walk through the south wall, right? Nope.
But that's not right, is it? Okay, go north.
You can't go north. You can't go north. There's no exits. But you can walk through the north wall. But wait! But wait! There's more!
There's somewhere else, isn't there? There's somewhere else, isn't there?
It's so unacceptable. So watch. If I try to leave, I still can't leave. It's still going to set off the alarm bells. So what I'm going to do now is drop...
Is go through the light.
What I'm going to do now is drop those particular items that the alarm responds to.
Right. But then...
it is unacceptable, Pi. It is unacceptable.
Why is it pitch black? There's a light wall.
No, we're out of that room.
Oh, okay.
Now what I'm going to do is walk west into the other bank personnel room, which in spite of being the other room is the same and has all the same stuff in it. Now it's so bad. It's so bad, Pi. We haven't even gotten to how bad it is. It's so bad. Now we get all our stuff. Now guess what we do next?
Do we go let's go north.
So I should say if we try to go west or east, remember north, if you just say north, we're in the room.
Walk through the wall is what I mean.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
walk into the light. Go into the light. We'll die and be rid of this game.
And now we're in a different place.
Where are we?
We're in the safety deposit box viewing room.
But...
And from here, we can go south without walking through any walls, and then we're in the bank entrance. And that's the only way to solve this area. You have to walk through the light, walk through the south wall, walk through the light again, get the bills, walk through the south wall, drop the treasures, leave that viewing area, go into the other viewing area, get all the stuff that's there, even though it's a different viewing area, then go through the light wall again, then you end up in this room, then you go south. That is the only way to beat this area.
But why?
Like this, it's not cryptic, it's just stupid. It's like there's cryptic, and then there's just, you just have to do random bullshit that the programmer demands of you until magically it works.
I'm glad I didn't figure this out. It might mean something very bad about my brain.
It's not okay. Like, this game
It's
is not
reassuring
acceptable.
that I didn't.
Anyway.
That was a noise. Okay.
Okay, we've just been robbed. Let me, So, sometimes the thief will steal all your things, and then you end up bereft of things. So what I'm gonna do to assure that that doesn't happen is just wait a moment. So that way, because like the way the randomizer works, if you just wait a moment, then he'll be in a different place.
Yeah, makes sense.
So hopefully, if I do this, I won't get robbed.
Yeah, makes sense. And like that room. I'm...
Okay, so from here, I know. From here, south, and we did actually figure out much of this, but missing one really crucial element, we will end up in a maze. Now, this maze can be mapped. The thing with this maze is that every room has an identical description, so...
Oh, is this the maze on the... Which maze is this? Because
it's on your map, it's at the very left of the map.
It's that maze.
It's that
1
maze.
through 15.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is... You can actually map this maze. The critical thing... Well, I'll get to the critical thing when we get to the critical thing. So I'm just going to go...
Oh, yes,
east.
you got to get through the troll room, which leads... Yes, okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to go east and then west, which, you know, both of those rooms look the same. The thing that we missed when we played this game together is that in certain areas of this maze, you need to go up or down.
Because it doesn't say anything like that, I believe.
So...
Oh!
Here, we've definitely found a thing.
This is a thing.
Yeah.
Skeleton keys. That sounds helpful.
Skeleton keys. Shockingly unhelpful, actually. It does exactly what you assume it does, but it's not actually necessary.
Are they called skeleton keys because they belong to the skeleton? Is that why?
Who knows? There's also... So the only thing here that's a treasure is the bag of coins, which makes sense. It looks like it's a treasure. Okay. It's a bag of coins. So you do need to find this because that's a treasure.
Right.
So what have I been doing every time I'm in a room where there's stuff? Get all. I get everything.
Is that going to be bad here or something? It's going to be bad because you saved. Oh!
If you attempt to take the skeleton, a ghost appears and is appalled at my desecration of the remains of a fellow adventurer. He casts a curse on me, and then all of my stuff goes away.
Forever, permanently?
No. It is recoverable.
Oh. But we don't want to bother recovering it, do we?
But we don't want to do that. Yeah. So, and there is no purpose to attempting to take the skeleton. It just does that. So
how would we recover it?
It'll become obvious when we get to that point.
I see. Is it going to be in the freaking sarcophagus or something?
It'll be obvious when we get to that point. Okay, so I'm actually going to leave the coins here because I don't have the inventory space. We have a bunch of stuff. So that's the second item that I'm just going to... the egg I basically gave to the thief, but this is the second item that I'm just going to leave for the thief.
That egg's going to annoy me, isn't it?
So I'm going to continue wandering through the maze a bit. Again, I know exactly where to go, so I'm just going to go southwest, then east, then south, all of which look the same. And now I'm going to go northeast.
Okay.
And this is another one of those puzzles that...
And is this going to be...
So, first off, you can attack the Cyclops. Maybe it's mathematically possible for you to beat the Cyclops, but you are not meant to do that.
Okay.
Let's just take like a minute to try to guess what you would do in this situation.
I mean, I would think you would go up the staircase.
The Cyclops is blocking the staircase. You can't do that.
Oh, right.
He likes people. In the sense in the way that I, like curry.
Yeah, I assumed. Which items do we have?
I mean, pretty much what we already had, plus the bills.
Can we give him the portrait to eat?
We, so I did just say, well, I saved slightly in the maze, but that's fine. So I don't know what'll happen if I do this, but sure.
Because he likes people?
He likes people. This is a people.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So, he'll get somewhat agitated if you do things other than the thing you need to do, and then eventually, of course, he'll kill you. Actually, you know what? I can just demonstrate the fact that eventually he'll kill you. I'm sure if I just wait a bit, he'll eat me.
Oh, yeah, fair. So I assume we want up that staircase.
Oh, never mind, he won't.
He's a very patient Cyclops.
He's a very patient Cyclops, apparently. So I'm just going to restore so that I'm not, haven't just wasted my time.
So we definitely want up that staircase, I assume.
So we do, once we deal with the Cyclops, we're not immediately going to go up the staircase because we want to preserve all this treasure first, but we do want up that staircase. You will never guess what we do. You will never, ever guess what we do. In a million years, you would never guess.
Do we just bribe him? Is it a complete...
Where is the Cyclops from in terms of literature?
I want to say Greek, but all the different mythologies blend together.
It is Greek, but it's more specific than Greek. The Cyclops is known from Homer's Odyssey.
Oh. And in Homer's... Don't know that super well. What do we...
but knowing it wouldn't help, because the solution is stupid. The hero of Homer's Odyssey is Odysseus. Of Homer's Odyssey, Homer's Odyssey is Odysseus, and Odysseus defeated the troll, the Cyclops. Sorry. So let's just summon Odysseus by saying the word Odysseus.
What? Oh, you have got to.
I hate this game.
You just say Odysseus. What?
I mean, I feel like when we got to the point we were at with Zork, you were already sort of hating the game. Just to confirm, you hate the game a lot more now, right? Like there is seething hatred for this game.
We would never have figured that out without looking it up or cheating in some way, shape, or form.
Now, there is actually a clue to that somewhere, and I'll point it out when we get there.
We might have figured that out potentially.
No. When we get to the clue, you will see why no human being would actually recognize that as a clue. It's no.
Is it the room with the engravings on the wall or something?
Now, he knocked, it isn't actually, but no. So he knocked down the wall on the north side of the room. So we now could go up the stairs, but there's a north exit. So let's actually go through the north exit. Let's chase down this Cyclops.
That seems unwise.
Because when you've made a Cyclops angry, what you want to do is chase him down.
There's a large hole in it, about Cyclops size.
There's a wooden door with a Cyclops-sized hole in it. So let's go east through that wooden door.
A wooden door.
So it's
What?
it's pretty
What?
important to do this because this gives you
But-
a path into the house that you can get any treasures through because it's big.
But
I know.
but that's the ground floor of the
I know.
house.
I know.
We were in a maze.
Anyway, we put our stuff in the case. So, my primary purpose here is going to... actually, you know what? Now would be a good time for a short break. Let's take a short break.
For sanity, yes.
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 Thermidor crevettes with a Monet sauce. You think I'd make something that fancy? Oh God! However, should be back soon too. Now there's someone. Now there's someone who worked hard.
What? Hi, I'm Miki. Do you like Sega games? No. I can't believe it. If you don't like the game, why have you played so long? That is an excellent question, Mickey. I have for you some fruit. Give. Oh, yes. Oh, that makes me very happy. To hell with this stupid evil crusher sword. Yes. Oh, Yahweasel can continue to use the boomerang and actually do well. This is not... Wait, what? This makes no sense. This layer is clearly on top of this layer, but the buttons are poking through from there. But what is... What? Are these buttons actually just on the vest, and the blazer doesn't have any buttons at all? What is going on with her blazer? God, no wonder Sayori had such trouble making the blazer button up. The blazer doesn't exist within this physical realm. This makes no sense at all. What is happening here? Yeah, the overlap is clearly that. There is no way of viewing this so that this side is over that side. Even though it should be for a woman's I don't understand.
Oh God! Woo,
Wow, that was about...
Oh,
No. That's just not fair.
Well, there goes our extra life.
I do not accept the terms and conditions. That did not just happen. I refuse the testimony of my own eyes.
There we go.
Nope. That's why we need to get.
Look, see, none of it happened.
We got the life again. We're
Okay, one of these.
okay. We're
get
fine.
one of these powers.
Okay, that's actually just a dead end. I was expecting... Whoa! Whoa! Feeling a little bit constrained in here. You look like you're sort of hunched over at an awkward angle because you're in this tiny cave system and you're an enormous dragon. Are we at an advantage for that reason?
And death. Ah yes, Yahweasel cast death on all. Works every time.
We're gonna run across the street and shoot the gun a lot at bad guys. We're also bad guys.
Hey, Buster, wait up!
I'm not waiting for you, Slowpoke. Are you seriously waiting across the street for... What are you waiting for? The walk signal? Come on, we're criminals. You can jaywalk, you jackass. Jeez. Hey, you've got coins in your body. Give them to me. I am lost out. 9, let's go abroad for liking your strong. I don't know what it is today. Why is the game even weirder than normal? Why? Why fish elf need good ride? This planet can't live! Have you tried fighting the aliens? They do not put up a fight. Basically, like, hit them a little bit with a wet towel, and you will win. They suck. There's like a staircase without a banister, and you can jump off it to your death. Cedric! Oh, that's you.
Cedric!
Well, Cedric just became a wolf snack.
Yep.
Which I think is probably for the best, honestly.
Yeah,
he's an annoying twit.
Not helpful at all.
Now, why would you save in cat when that was a wolf, which is a dog?
Hello!
Hi.
So, through our collective brilliance and intuition and just general ability to really, really delve into the depths of understanding the programmers of this game and such, we have found a walkthrough. Oh, that's right, I was trying to get into the damned car. Not like that. Get in the car, please! I'm begging you to get in the car. I'm pressing every button. I had to approach it from above before. Am I, like, trapped? Can I not get in the car ever because I can't approach it from above? Oh, what do I do here? Let me in the buggy! Oh, this game is buggy. Okay, and oh, great! We can increase our hooks, our vups, or our mucks! None of those are abbreviations of anything I know! Oh no! We have 5 points to distribute, and I have no clue what any of this means! Yahweasel, please give me that red cap, but it's sutured into my skull. Did I tell you that I saw a giant ant one time at Giant Step? Oh, sorry. I did ant mean to... Not acceptable. Hello! So where was it going? We may never know.
Back to its default position.
Well, yeah, so maybe because the designers were idiots, the resting position is in the middle, under the assumption that, you know, half the time people want to go one way, half the time people want to go the other way, and therefore let's choose the position that's annoying for both of those. It's like, you know, if you're building an elevator for a 10-story building, then you make it rest on the 5th floor, because half the time people are coming from the 1st floor, and half the time they're coming from one of the other floors. Therefore, floor 5. Logically, this should clean off the soot, but I'm guessing that it's not going to. Okay, we're all quite... Oh my god, it half cleaned the soot! Oh, that's brilliant! Pony... Wow, that was slightly unnecessarily violent. What the hell? Did you just punch the fire? That's pretty dramatic. Wow, he is angry. Beating up a fire is a really angry thing to do. Pony, stop beating up the fire. It's weird. I'm not sure what to say. Please try to pull yourself together and maybe the fire too. Holy Jesus Christ! It's just beating people with a slightly burnt stick. Okay, I am not having any network issues. There's definitely no problem. Everything is fine, and it's not like anybody's watching anyway, so what does it matter?
And I don't want Oreos now, so everything's fine.
Okay. So, we have now opened up a good path into the house, which is important because we can get to the case.
It is, yes.
We are very soon going to kill the jerk. The guy, the thing, the guy who's a jerk.
We're gonna kill Zork?
Yes, we're gonna kill Zork.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
just typed open trapdoor and it hasn't opened. I think my network, good stuff.
I do not even see that updated on any stream yet.
Yeah. Please hold. Boney, what are you doing? You know what? Omelets are watching you kill all your non-friends. This guy's got a much bigger stick. Yeah, there we go. That's why he's been carrying around a 2x4, because he just wanted to hit Boney with it, but didn't have an excuse. Well, now Boney and Love are both dead. The end. That's not a doll of me? What? That's cheap. What? Wait, the what? The Banekas are little living doll things of real people? What? Yeah, it's a tiny version of her! Why was she willing to give me, as a slave, a tiny version of herself? No. Okay, you know what? Ignore him. Stop wasting my pistol juice. It's fine. Just ignore him. Whee! This isn't safe. I'm just sitting here, arms crossed. All of that! I figured I should stay up against the leftmost wall, because of course I should. Oh, that was so much work. Be careful, Graham. He fell into snow, and given that he's clearly the strongest man who's ever lived, I think that he would know how to tumble a little bit. He's not grabbing the rope right now, so not only is he strong, but he can climb through telekinesis.
No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted the rope back.
I know, I knew that was going to happen. I just decided to let it happen. Take the rope. I think I'll climb back down. Damn it, Graham, you moron. Take the rope. Thank you, mouse cursor, for just appearing back in the middle of the screen there. Millions of years ago. Oh god, the mouse cursor won't go away. Dinosaurs invented space travel. Oh, the mouse cursors keep going back to the middle. A Tyrannosaurus named Rex was their first dino-naut. This is his story. Oh, mouse cursor, why? Until then, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, I've got hundreds more. Just click that channel link. Cheers. From you. Oh, God! Why did I do this? Oh, Weasel. Oh, what? We're doing really well. Next time.
Until then, thanks for watching, viewer. Leave a like and subscribe, please.
Stop it! Stop! That's not my outro. If you're gonna steal my outro, at least give my outro.
From Yahweasel.
And I won't be doing silly voices, because silly voices are annoying. Did avalanche.
Oh, I'm dying from the poison. Well, you're gonna die first.
I can't believe it. I ain't telling you nothing. At least I'll die knowing you're hosed. When you die and go to Hades, tell him Bruno sent you.
Okay. Let me into my inventory. I gotta get this poison cure pill in.
Dead. Good for you. Should have died long time ago. Much better for you. You okay?
No!
Look good.
I would have taken the poison cure pill if it had let me. It was in my inventory. I'm fine, though, apparently. Okay. Gee, there's sure nothing suspicious on this beach.
Exactly. Of course.
I like how he doesn't move at all. Graham, help me! I'm not struggling in the slightest. Neither am I. Sweet. Mushroom. No technical problems. There are no technical problems. Everything is working fine. Okay, we did manage to open the trapdoor in spite of camera problems. So I am just going to go basically somewhere I've already been. I'm going to go to where the trunk was. I'm just curious if it's still there. It's not.
Yeah, of course it's not.
Not a great surprise. If I go north again, that's where we got the pump. And if I go north again from there,
Then we get to the thingy with the trident.
Yes, you have remembered correctly.
Yay!
So there's no deep reason for me to get the trident now. I wanted to check on the trunk, and the trident is right there, so I may as well grab it.
Otherwise, it will be stolen.
Well, I didn't actually need to go past the trident at all.
Well, okay then.
I probably should have saved before doing this, because I might get robbed on the way home.
Oh dear. That would be unfortunate. Oh wow, that's a hell of a... Holy crap.
I just did my entire way back to the... my entire way back as a single command. Well, it was, it was all places we've already been. But we're actually fine. We haven't lost anything.
We've lost focus. That's the only thing.
It'll come back. So, oops, I just actually gave the put trunk in case command even though we don't have the trunk. Oh, well.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Thanks. I can read that.
We are in less focus now.
Yeah, we're real focused now.
We shook the phone's glasses off.
There we go. Okay.
Yay!
Okay, so we've done that. Now I'm going to get the knife because we want to commit some murders.
Yes, of course.
Let's actually save, which I don't do.
Knife, that's different.
So you can kill the thief with the sword, but
the knife
actually,
gives you an advantage.
Yeah, the knife is better for everyone except the troll. Why?
Really?
I don't know. The knife is a better weapon. It just is.
Okay, good to know.
Don't try. And it's not that crucial because, like I said, you can kill him with the sword. That does work. That is an option. The other thing is that he can steal the sword right off from you, which isn't ideal.
But he can't steal the knife.
But he steals non-treasure items, but not off of you. He'll steal them if you leave them on the ground or something.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, on the way through, we went through the troll room, and you can see that the egg isn't there, so he has stolen the egg.
Yay.
Which is what we actually wanted.
I'll take your word for it for now. Yes.
I'm not going to get all here. Remember, get all is a terrible idea here.
Yeah, we don't want the skeleton.
No, we don't want the skeleton. He's already taken the...
If we could have... I was just thinking if we could have taken the skeleton, we could have taken the skeleton and fed that to the Cyclops, because it's a person-ish. But, yeah, apparently not.
So, he's also already taken the bag. That's fine. I'm not that concerned with the things he's stolen, because we're just about to go murder him.
Hey, fantastic!
So let us get back to the Cyclops room that doesn't have a Cyclops in it anymore.
Good.
Now... That staircase, yes. The reason I didn't go up the staircase before...
yes. Is it the thief's den or something like that?
Well, we're about to go up and find out.
It's the thief's friggin' den.
Yep.
Holy crap, it is.
There's a large room whose north wall is solid granite, a number of discarded bags which crumple at your touch, how did I touch them given that the thief immediately attacks me? Whatever.
I don't know.
No, it's scattered about on the floor. There's an exit down and what appears to be a newly created passage to the east. The quote-unquote newly created passage, the reason they call it newly created is that was one of the later additions to the game. So it's newly created in that sense.
It literally just... wow.
It's dumb. Anyway, remember, we currently have 2 knives.
2? Oh.
Because we got the rusty knife.
We should stab him with that one. Give him some tetanus.
Oh, first off, let's just type kill thief with knife.
Yes.
Remember the problem I talked about with the portrait?
Now we can only use the rusty knife.
We can only use the rusty knife because the normal knife, if you say knife, it's ambiguous and there's nothing else you can use to refer to the proper knife.
What about dagger? Does dagger work?
I'm
For the
not
regular
sure.
knife?
I'll try it. I don't think it calls itself a dagger. I think it only calls itself a knife.
Maybe it recognizes
it doesn't-
alternatives? Oh.
Nope.
Well,
But
look at
anyway,
that.
I mean, we have the rusty knife, so let's just kill the thief with the rusty knife as long as we can't refer to the normal knife because this game is quality.
Yes. Super quality. Super good. Excellent.
What? As your knife approaches its victim, your mind is submerged by an overmastering will. Slowly, your hand turns until the rusty blade is an inch from your neck. The knife seems almost to sing as it savagely cuts your throat. Turns out
Of
the
course it
rusty
does.
knife isn't a good idea.
It's a cursed knife, isn't it?
It's a cursed knife.
Why wouldn't it be?
Why wouldn't it be? Just give me 1 second. I'm actually going to try and recenter the camera a bit. It seems to be at a slightly jaunty angle.
Okay. It is slightly off.
It wasn't terribly off, but it was off enough to annoy me. That's much better.
Oh boy.
Okay, so given that if we have the rusty knife at all, it's the only knife we can use,
We need to get rid of it.
let's
somehow.
drop the rusty knife. Well, we can just drop it. It's not... The important thing, though, is you must drop it here, because if you drop it in the room, then it's
You're gonna
ambiguous. Well, then
Oh, of course.
because it'll say, oh, did you mean to grab the knife off the ground and stab it with? It's just ambiguous.
Really?
I hate this game. It's so bad. Okay, so...
Oh boy.
That was a pretty bad. Like I said, we certainly don't have 100% chance of winning against the thief here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try. We're gonna see what happens. That was a bad start. I'm already dripping with blood.
Yeah, let's just stab him and see what happens.
We both
Oh.
missed each other. By the way, all of this information on the attack is only in the Fortran version,
Yeah.
and there's some way to understand it. I'm sure. Someone can read
yeah, I
that
don't know what
text.
161.5F0?
I don't know. I don't. There's so many numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dead.
Of course.
So, as you might recall, basically this game, if you just do a slightly different number of steps, then a different thing will happen.
Yeah.
The different step I'm going to do is just save. That takes a time. That takes a move.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh,
so if I
okay.
save, then I should have a different result. It might ultimately be still that I die.
But it might not be. So
but it
we
might
have to
not
find
be.
out.
So we don't have a 100% chance of dying here. So we may as well try. See, we got a different wound, which is a serious wound, so it's not like we're better off.
Oh.
But we
Well-
did get a different wound.
Great. Excellent. Wonderful.
Oh, no, I'm definitely not going to win this. I did put a shallow gash in the thief's arm, but I tripped and
I bet
fell.
that is something else. That's weird. Yeah. Oh, what happened?
I parried
Oh.
him. See, like, because I fell, I can't do anything, but now, since I parried him, I might actually be able to attack now. Just
Now you
depends
might
on
be on
whether
your
he
feet
gets me
again, yeah.
first. Yes! Yes, we
Oh, we got
win! Actually, before I save, I'm going to look.
Right. Okay,
You'll see why in a moment. Right. So, do you
Large
notice
room.
something interesting here?
I see the egg. Leather bag bulging with coins, old trunk, silver chalice. Silver chalice?
So that's just something you find in the thieves' room. You can just only find that in the thieves' room. That's new, but
Large
that's
room,
not
no
actually what
full,
we're
solid-
pointing at.
Granted, number of discarded bags, crumble at your toe, scattered about the floor, exit down.
You
What
actually
am I not
managed to miss
noticing?
something among the items. I don't understand how.
So there's an old trunk with the jewels. That's the trunk that he took. An old leather bag bulging with coins. Am I having some kind of weird stroke?
You seem to be. If you could look at the 2 lines immediately above the prompt.
Yeah, there's the egg, but the egg's opened.
Exactly.
Wait, but what? How?
We can't open the egg. We're not delicate enough to open the egg without breaking the
What?
canary. But the thief has more delicate hands than we do. The thief can open the egg.
But
The only way to open the egg is to assure that the thief steals it, and then he will open it and not destroy it. That is the only way to open the egg.
that
There's-
BRB drowning.
So I don't know, like this one, it's right at that level of crypticness that it's almost okay, because
I think
you get things stolen anyway, and so basically you could run into this by luck. But,
yeah, which isn't really good.
yeah, but I don't know. I'm not delighted with it, but suffice it to say,
It's not the worst.
it's not the worst. The only way to get the canary is to let the thief steal the egg. He is the only one who can open it without destroying it.
Oh boy. Well, that's happy. That's nice.
But on the plus side, we have the egg open with the canary.
So now we have the egg and the canary.
Now we have the egg and the canary. So I'm gonna get egg, then get all. It's a slightly weird sequence of commands. The thing is, I don't think I can carry everything. Yeah, we can't carry everything.
Okay.
I just wanted to get the egg first so we can deal with the canary situation. So we're gonna go back to the living room.
Yeah.
And similarly to the emerald situation, I need to put the canary in the case and then put all in case.
Because, yeah. So how unhappy is the hot area gonna make me?
The hot area.
I'm trying to say it without saying it.
I don't know what you're referring to.
The area with a spout at the top.
I still don't know what you're referring to.
The one with the hot substance inside of it.
Let's just go to away mode for a second where you can tell me what you're talking about. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? What did you do, and what was your reasoning for doing it? Seems to have been a profoundly bad idea. Ooh, snack! Oh no, I don't have my stimulants out. My simulacrums out. Oh god, that was a buttered popcorn flavored jelly beer. Oh. I got buttered popcorn plus bubble gum. This is the worst tasting butterfly yet. For my questions, answer a bit. Okay, let's go! For the master, how to exist for elves. Really? Really? Okay, it is 100% okay for me to be cheating here. Look at this! Are you kidding me? Okay. I mean, nobody's watching the stream anyway, so it doesn't really matter if we talk about anything.
That's true.
Okay, so we've gone back into this room so that we can get the chalice. I'm actually just going to sort of abandon the rusty knife because there's no points in it. I just wanted to demonstrate what happens when you get it. So I'm just going to leave it in that room. I love that now every time I walk into the living room, there's like an entire page for it to print out.
And it's gonna keep doing that.
Oh yeah. Luckily, the way I do this, like I tend to go on large treasure runs, so we don't actually get to the living room that frequently.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the chalice in the case.
We do have no paper for this, don't we?
Oh yeah. I've got 1,000 sheets.
Okay, good.
You can't really buy fewer than 1,000 sheets of continuous feed paper.
That makes sense.
Okay, so I've conspicuously grabbed the bottle. Remember, there was a bottle of water.
There was.
And this is another one of those puzzles that's like, we're gonna get to that puzzle, and you're just gonna be upset. There's no, it's unacceptable.
Is it maybe to do with the icy thing?
Oh no! Don't try to guess. There is no. It's unacceptable. So, from the troll room, if we go north and then east, remember this room?
Yes, I do.
A circular room with passages off in 8 directions, and your compass needle spins wildly. The thing about this room is that when you get that your compass needle spins wildly message, what that means is you're going to go into a random room from here. Not a random room in the entire game. There are 8 rooms, the 8 directions from this circular room. You're going to go into one of those at random, so you don't know what direction you're leaving this room.
Oh, okay.
That's all. Now, there is only one part of Zork that is only accessible via this room. But we must get there. We have to get there.
So we have to save and continually reload.
Exactly. So we're going to save and go south and see if we get to that place and restore and go south. I find this sort of unacceptable because your natural... See, that's not the room we want. So now I'm going to restore and try to go south again. So I find this room unacceptable because your natural intuition is like, well, clearly I can't control where I go in this room.
Yeah.
So I'm just not going to. I'm just going to abandon this room and go elsewhere.
Yeah, logical.
But
it's not logical.
But yeah. So we're now in the engravings cave. We've entered a cave with passages to the north and southeast.
I recall this, I think.
North, so you definitely will in a moment. We had gotten here, but only via the circular room. So if you go north, you go back to the circular room, which we don't want to do because then we're lost. So we'll go southeast, the only other direction. And this, I assure you, you're going to remember. And I think you might have even figured out this riddle. I don't remember. So this is the riddle room. And actually, this is a good riddle. I like it. It's a fine riddle.
It's a good riddle?
It's a good riddle. Okay. I have no problem with this riddle. It's not cryptic. I mean, it's as cryptic as a riddle is, but it's like it's a riddle. Yeah. So there's a room that's bare on all. Oh, I didn't read the engravings. I'll try and read it on the way out.
That's a good point.
There's an exit down. Towards the east is a door made of stone. Above the door, following words are written: "No man shall enter this room without solving this riddle. What is tall as a house, round as a cup, and all the king's horses can't draw it up."
But that would be the sun.
The sun is way taller than a house. The moon is way taller than a house.
That's a damn good point.
This is actually it's
a good
roughly
riddle.
as tall as a house. Like that's, I mean, it could be taller, could be shorter. It really just depends. But that's a pretty good estimate.
In general, on average, you would say,
a riddle, yeah, it's about as tall as a house. So I don't know whether you'll fit. It's a tricky riddle, but I like it as a riddle. It's a good riddle. It's tricky. I'm cutting this out of the video, but nobody's watching the stream anyway, so we can take as long as we need.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to fit. Not gonna try for too long, obviously. Tall as a house, round as a cup. All the king's horses can't draw it up. See, it's like a Humpty Dumpty rhyme. It's almost exactly like that.
And I'm going to mention that. As well as the riddle being literally true, its word choice is there. So, like, some of the words that it has chosen to use, where it could have used other words, are to direct you towards the answer to the riddle. So, as well as the actual answer to the riddle being the answer, it's also made some word choices that are words related to this thing.
So it's a very good riddle in that sense.
Yes, I really like this riddle, actually. This is one of the few things in Zork I praise. And actually, so when I came back to this later, I figured out this riddle. So, like, I did not use the guide or anything. I actually figured out this riddle. It is figure-outable.
Okay. Tall as a house, round as a cup. All the king's horses can't draw it up. Drawing it up, that's a very peculiar
It's a very peculiar phrase.
So that makes me think of trousers, but trousers are definitely not.
That'd be a very tall pair of trousers.
It also makes me think of a statue, the way you would raise a statue, but that's not round.
And I'll say you are definitely right with thinking draw it up is meaningful. There is at least one more word that you should consider as relevant. Relevant in terms of its...
As a cup.
Like, that's an oddly specific thing to use as a demonstration of roundness. And then, if for no other reason than because there are plenty of cups that aren't round.
Tall as a house. Okay, so the tall might not imply it's tall above ground.
Indeed. It's just tall.
Is it something we've seen elsewhere in the game, I wonder?
Not that we've seen, no. I don't think I'm spoiling anything by saying we will see it. We will see one.
No, yeah,
but we haven't seen it, and we can't have seen it yet. So, I mean, I don't think I'm spoiling anything by saying if we answer this riddle, one of the things we will see is the thing hinted in this riddle.
Round as a cup. Okay, cup. What's to do with a cup?
I mean, what's the use of a cup?
What do cups do? They hold liquid.
Yep.
Is it a well?
I really like this riddle. It's a great riddle. I'm, like, completely happy with that. And Discord crashed. Oh, shoot, Discord crashed, and because of my network problems, I can't reconnect. Oh, no! Question mark, question mark, question mark, and question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. N with Ross on to win an elf game. What is the important thing? Oh, could it be 4 question marks, another 4 question marks, or maybe right quotation mark, Q4 right parenthesis? Oh, I think it's 4 question marks. N with Ross on, which coach to challenge you? I don't know, Ha! Not clear. Bag of Dragonite? The heavy bazooka seems to be shit, so bag of Dragonite it is. Wrap sandwiches. I'm really tired of their magical shield BS. Well, we're screwed. There is absolutely no way I could have beat this boss. I tell you what, if he asked that... No, I could have used the... Oh, I could have... Oh, I could have blocked it. What? I defeated it. What? What happens here? Wait!